Hello friend, this is Sanjay Kumar, creator of CrowPath and SelectorsHub. In this tutorial I will show you how to install SelectorsHub, how to use it, what all features, what are advanced features in it, and why this new innovation, one more XPath tool, and what all it has made possible which was never possible. So let's start with the very first step. It's very simple, there's no much science there, just have to explain all the features, what all features. If you have ever used any Chrome extension, any browser extension, it's like just go, very simple for you. So let me just show you how to install it. It's very simple, it is available for all these browsers. Click on, let's say I'm just showing it for Chrome, so here it is. Click on add to Chrome, add extension. So you see, once it is added, it's showing the pop-up that restart the browser and watch the video tutorial. So here you see that once you have installed this SelectorsHub, you will see the default extension icon is there. SelectorsHub logo, this logo is not showing here because this is a new feature in Chrome that they now show it on default extension icon. And here you will see, if you click on this, here you will see what all extension you have installed, and whichever you want to see here on the toolbar, you just pin to toolbar and then you would be able to see, and here you will find the basic details about SelectorsHub. Now what you do, it is recommended that you restart the browser, so just close it and restart your browser here. Okay, so I just restarted browser and opened it, and now here let's say, okay, let me make it to toolbar. Yeah, so here it is. Now let's say we have to so after installing it, you must be thinking where to find this SelectorsHub tab like this which it shows here, right? So what you do, right click anywhere on this page, anywhere in your web page for whichever website, or let me just do it once. Okay, so okay, here only you see this. Here on the left side you will see the DOM and elements tab is there, right? On the right side you will see, or many times you will be seeing here these tabs, and you will worry okay, SelectorsHub is not visible here. So don't worry about it. SelectorsHub is the sidebar, it will be visible here, but you see it's not visible here, styles, computed event listener, all these are there, but SelectorsHub is not there. So SelectorsHub will always be there as a last sidebar. Here it is, SelectorsHub. If you expand it, you will see it in a better view. So here it is. So you click on this and there you go. So this is the first view of SelectorsHub here. Okay, it gives you the instructions as well, how to use it and what all things you should take care before using it. Now let's directly jump into what all features are there, and let me show you on google.com here. And okay, you just right click here, click on inspect, and for say we have to write an XPath for this element input. Okay, so what you do, and make sure you have opened google.com, this is not a blank new tab. Okay, so here if you have to, today if you are writing and you are not using SelectorsHub, how we used to do, we used to do command F, and then here we start typing /input, and then you see it goes up and down again. Okay, so it's available here, so I will just scroll down, and this class value, let's say we have to write with class, so we will have to copy this class value, and we will have to type @class is equal to this, and that's how we make one of one. Let's see the magic in SelectorsHub, how we write the same selector and how much time, how quickly. You see, amazing thing is there, and there you go, how simple and fast you can do it. You, as soon as you blink your eyes and it's got completed, anything you can select out of there. Now let me explain you what all this is there. As soon as you start typing // or CSS Selector, whatever, it is immediately suggest you the auto suggest, like in Smart IntelliJ or in Eclipse, any smart editor. When we type, right, we used to get the auto suggest of functions. So same thing SelectorsHub does. It is an smart editor for selectors, which was never there. We were writing in 2020, we were writing selectors in writing a code in notepad which was too much time waste we were doing. So you see here, as soon as we type here // it's suggesting that there are 9 occurrences for this tag. It is suggesting the tag because it understands what you are going to type, so it gives you that, and is suggesting that this is an XPath type, this is an auto suggest for XPath. So you select this, hit enter, it will show you 9. Now we write open square bracket. As soon as you type that open square bracket, it suggests all possible attribute and attribute value combinations, basically XPath functions with their values. And you see that all 1 1 1 and everything it is showing, like if there is more occurrences for some attribute combinations, it will suggest that occurrences, and here it is suggesting that all these are XPath. And now you can choose any of these, like whichever you want, or if you want to filter more, like you can keep typing, so it will filter, and that you can select it here. So simple it is, isn't it? Yes, it is very simple, and it's like it can save a huge amount of time. And if you want to add more attributes, make it more reliable, more stable, robust XPath, that you can do it. Then you can also, like if let's say for example you want to add AND condition here, so you just type AND at the rate something, any, let's say you want with some other attribute here, so that you can choose any of them here, and there you go. Or condition you can make if you want, like what are the following siblings parents here, so you just type here like preceding siblings. So as soon as you type that few alphabets of that, whatever you want, it will suggest you, like it's giving you that div is there, preceding siblings. So this you can select and hit enter. And if you want, like for this preceding siblings attribute, so it gives the auto suggest for the currently inspected element. So like right now it is giving for this one. So now if you want something for this, what you can do, just inspect that element and then select. So here it is, simple. And if you want following sibling, preceding siblings, that you can keep typing, like you want parent, it will give parent. You want descendants, so you just type descendant, nothing is there. Ancestor, so it gives everything. It makes your life so much easy. You see, everything is there. So we were for this element, let's say it also gives you the indexes. It has that index solution. Like many times what happened, like we are not able to make a unique XPath, we didn't find anything, then we have to go with indexes. So what you do, it gives the indexes, like you have typed here your XPath, and now it is giving 3 elements matching, right? So what you do in the beginning, you just open parenthesis and it will give you index XPath. So it supports indexes as well. So you have seen, like it suggested, like it supports for following sibling, preceding siblings, and or conditions, indexes, and everything it supports, and it gives you awesome, it makes your life a lot more easy to write an XPath. Let's see what all functionality it has for CSS Selector. Let's say we have to write an XPath with for this CSS Selector for this element. How do we write? Let's say we have to write it for class, with class. So we used to type dot, right, and we remove these spaces between all the classes, class list, right? So it does everything for you. You need not to remove spaces manually one by one. It does everything for you. You just type dot and it will give you. And if it is ID, you just type hashtag. If it will be there, then it will suggest. If not there, then nothing. If you type input, so it smartly understand whether you are writing XPath or CSS Selector. So it gives those options here, you see. And here you see it gives all those possible combinations, like area or dollar, star, equal, cap, all those, like everything it gives you, all those possible options along with their occurrences, so that you can any of the one you can choose. And all the matching nodes it will show here, like there are, if you see, just if you have typed just input, all the 9 inputs it will show here, and all of them, like it will highlight whichever will be visible in the UI, it will highlight here. So here in the web UI you see 1 2 3 are visible, rest are hidden somewhere. So it gives it show you here like all those hidden as well, like type is hidden for this one, so this is not visible in the UI, while rest of them are visible. So and as soon as you mouse over here in this, it will highlight in different color. You see this blue dotted outline will be changing in some different color, red color. So it is telling you that this element is this one. So this is the fifth occurrence. CSS is equal to 5. So this is fifth occurrence. If you would have written XPath here, then it would have added XPath attribute, so that which will tells you the occurrences of that particular element. Okay, yeah, so moving on. So this is how you can write an XPath or CSS selector. Let me show you one example for ID here somewhere, if ID is there. Yeah, it's here. So you see that class, such a long class is there, so you have to remove all the spaces by dot dot, but here if you just type dot, it makes your life easy. If you have write hashtag with ID, that's simple, you can do nothing, and anywhere in this box you double click, value will be copied, or you just click on this title header to copy this value. So simple, you need not to do command A command C. So like that, like there are amazing features in SelectorsHub. Okay, what was impossible before? Was it ever possible to for you to get to know that whether element is inside shadowDOM or not? But now it is possible with this. You just inspect element, any element here, let's say this element. So if you are, let's say, beginner and you don't know how to write an whether this element is inside shadowDOM or not, what is shadowDOM, and how to write what whether you can write the XPath or CSS selector for shadowDOM or not, all these things we can't understand, like one looking at this element doesn't know. So let me tell you, like XPath we can't write for shadowDOM elements. So what only option left is CSS selector. So let's write the CSS selector for this element. ID is equal to input, so it will be hashtag input, right? So you see it is showing 0 of 0, which is wrong, right? Because ID is there, input is there, it should show, but not showing. Let's see, open SelectorsHub and see the magic. Oh wow, it is inside shadowDOM. Okay, so one information, one learning we had here, that if it is showing inside shadowDOM, that means element is inside shadowDOM. Now here you type hashtag and you got it. Here you can easily verify your CSS selector for this element. So simple it is. Earlier it was never possible. People used to write hit and try in their script, keep executing and checking whether there is a this is matching node or not for CSS for shadowDOM elements, and they used to waste whole day for just to write 5-10 elements selector, 5-10 selectors for shadow root elements, which was like so painful and so much time wasted even in 2020. But with SelectorsHub is the only solution where we can verify selectors for shadowDOM elements. And you see by this, here it is. And if you you see, it gives you the information like enter CSS selector only, as XPath doesn't support for shadowDOM elements. And if you write here XPath, it will tell you that this is wrong, invalid CSS selector, XPath doesn't support shadowDOM, and there's an information, click to learn more about this error. So you can click here and it will be like I have added here, and keep adding more information about those errors and what is possible, what is not possible, to learn you guys more. Okay, so this is how it supports shadowDOM, and there are video tutorials about, I have added separate videos, so I would request you to go and check out that for like more details about this shadowDOM features, so you will learn a lot more. Then there are like it supports iframe, it supports shadowDOM elements. So let me just quickly show you how it supports iframe. So let's say if any element is inside iframe, in DevTools you would never be able to get immediately that this element is inside iframe, but as soon as you open SelectorsHub, immediately it tells you that this is inside iframe, and here you can just start typing as usual and it will support and it will highlight. So that's how it supports iframe. It also supports frames. So if any element will be inside frames, it will show you that that element is inside frame. Let me show you one example here. So this is a website where I can show you, and it supports Angular, React, all the applications. So you see it shows in frame, so this element is inside frame. So here you can just type and it supports frame as well. This was in iframe, this is in frame. Here you can scroll up and you see that element will be inside frame somewhere. Yeah, so this is inside this frame. Okay, so it supports iframe, it supports frame, it supports shadowDOM elements, it supports SVG elements. So let's see, you want to, and you don't know like whether any element, this element is SVG or not. Selectors will let you know, let you learn that element is in, this element is SVG element, and if it is child element, so it tells you. And when you write here, like it, because you know, let me tell you that SVG elements doesn't support the standard XPath format. Like we can't write /path. This is wrong. It tells you that invalid XPath, invalid SVG XPath format. Then what is correct XPath format? You just type /, it will tell you that this is /star name, this is the correct format for SVG element, and there are 120. And if you are not able to make it unique, you just put and use index power of selectors. So this is helping a lot to learn you, to make you perfect what is wrong, what is not wrong, right? So yes, so you have seen, you have learned about like normal writing XPath CSS selector, then you see that shadowDOM thing, then you have seen the frame thing, then you've seen iframe, and now SVG element. So lots of learning there. Another good thing about SelectorsHub is, let's say you have written some XPath for some element and you don't know like whether that is correct or not. You see, let me show you. Okay, and we have written some XPath. It is showing 0 of 0 here in the dev tools, but we don't know whether this is actual 0 of 0 or something is missing here. Paste the same value here in selectors and hit enter. It will tell you that what is missing. Square, closing square bracket is missing, so you can add that and see. This is the power. If something is missing in your XPath or CSS selector, it will tell you. If something wrong you are doing, like let's say /, it tells you that add tag name after /, or something is missing after, like let's say many times you type like this. If somebody asks you whether this is a correct XPath format or not, it will tell you that after closing square bracket only / and opening square bracket allowed. So it tells you that it helps you to learn about more about selectors and make you perfect. So as an student, as an expert, in fact, like anybody can't remember all those functions and everything. So it will help you a lot. Then let's say and also like you see, I'm not sure like how many functions you know. See here that text is there, then in that case what all possible combinations contains dot is there, normalize space is there, function. So all these functions like dot, normalize space, text, contains normalize space, equal. So all these functions you would be able to learn, like last, position, and what is not possible, like which all, like let's say somebody asks you that dot is equal to selectors up, can we use this? No, it is 0. So this also like 0, such a useful case it is to make you learn about selectors. This 0 is not like not meaningless. It is useful to make you learn, make you understand whether this is possible or not. Let's say somebody on the fly asks you, or you thought like I can write this kind of XPath for this element, or text is equal to or contains or something like this, but then will that work or not? So this helps you to learn about those things, and here it is. So yeah, so this is the power of SelectorsHub, and it helps you a lot to learn about more functions, functionality. So you see that it is the only debugger or compiler you can say which tells you that what is wrong, what is not wrong. So all those features, good features are there, and it supports everything, every possible, and lot more feature on in the pipeline which are coming on your way and which will help you a lot. And here if you have any question, any doubt, anytime, so I would request you guys like who are watching, please do check out these footer links. These are really helpful for you. Like this is a home page. Here you can check out my profile here, like I'm the creator of SelectorsHub, so anything you want to check out, here's the download link for other browsers and everything. Here are the video tutorials. I would request you like check out this, learn more about XPath and CSS selectors functions you want to learn. So you click on it, will take you there. You can join me on Slack if you have any doubt, any question or anything. Please do join the SelectorsHub Slack channel, and anytime you can chat with me. Frequently ask questions like before raising any issue or any bug in GitHub for SelectorsHub. Here you can raise the issue. If you find any bug or any feature improvement request is there, please do raise here on GitHub. Before doing that, please, I would request you do check out the FAQs here, so that like, because many people, as I have tried to answer most of the questions, if those are there not there, please do raise in GitHub. I would request you please add review for SelectorsHub. It will help me a lot, and it will give me motivation and help a lot our community to know about this amazing tool. And I would request you guys, please share SelectorsHub and support, so that like everybody get to know about this awesome innovation and they can take the benefit of it. Here are social media links. You can join the Telegram group link, LinkedIn user group, Facebook group, like if you are not on any other social media. So these are really active groups, so people support each other, so you can. And I would really request you guys, please share it with everyone. And here is the donation link. Like if you want to support SelectorsHub project, I'm alone working on this project with the help of community, with all of you. So I would request you be a patron, or you can make a one-time donation here. And if you are a company or someone, if you want to really sponsor, you can check out the sponsorship plan here. And here in this website, I would request you like keep checking here, more updates will be coming. And here are the events tab is there, so any events, upcoming events of SelectorsHub, you can find it here. All here you can find it, like I did events with Naveen, Raghav, Joy, Testicle. So all those events links you will find here. These are the upcoming blogs and videos are here, and more details like changelog, you can check it here. You can join the SelectorsHub community, everything is there. And also you can like in your extension logo, always you will find the what version you have updated. And here are the like basic instructions. So let me tell you like a few instructions here, what people miss and do something wrong. One, like it won't, none of the extension will support on the blank tab, so please don't try. Make sure there's a URL, so you have opened actually google.com, not trying on the default blank tab. Don't try on Chrome store or any of the browser store, because extension will not work on the browser stores. Okay. And one more thing, I just missed. Good that I got remember that this is the most secure plugin. Why I'm saying most secure plugin is this, you can check it out here. Like any other XPath plugin or any other plugin, if you have, as soon as you open your website, let's say you have opened twitter.com, as soon as you open your website, they will inject their script in your website. So whatever plugin we have installed in the browser, they have injected their script already, no matter whether we are using them or not. But SelectorsHub inject script inside your website when you will open SelectorsHub tab. Now only SelectorsHub is interacting with your website, while other plugin has already started, they have already injected their script. So this is the power of SelectorsHub. It doesn't do any action. Now you can separate it from this doc and you can enjoy this and use it. Another thing, for the security reason, because many of the company doesn't allow to like use the extensions, right? So if you have separated it from the doc, and let's say you have closed this now if you will open first time, if you will open as a separate doc, like detached from the window, then it will not work. Reason being, because right now it got confused, it is confused that which tab for which tab you want to use this, because there are chances in the companies like for the website like banking website, which used to open a lot of pop-ups, lot of different windows. So in that case, like it got little confused that for which window you want to use. So it is recommended that you open like this. First SelectorsHub you open like this as a docked window here, like this. Now if you want to separate it out, you can separate it out and it will work like champ. But if you have by default, if you have opened like this, at the beginning itself you have as like for fresh page, if you have opened like this, then in that case it will not work, and it will tell you like, oops, looks like you are missing something. So here you can see that open DevTools docked with Windows, open DevTools docked with window as shown in the tutorial, and don't undock it. So basically like it's suggesting what is the best way. So either you can open like this way or this, so left right you can open anyways. And if you have want to open as a dock, so as I showed you, first open your website and open SelectorsHub as in like a test, and then you can undock it will work. So these are some of the good features about the safety, and it doesn't save any of your user data. It will never like make your browser slow, as it only interact with your and inject script when you open SelectorsHub tab. It is very optimized and very small in size compared to other plugins, like less than 250 KB. So you can always check the size of the plugins which you are installing here. So you see it is just 200 KB, and it doesn't save any user data. It runs only on your local environment, so you need not to worry about it. So it's most safe, most performance. There's no performance issue because it's very optimized in the size. And yeah, and it's just been 1 month of launch, like on 29th of July I launched this. And you see, if you go here on extension, and this is already the highest rated and number one CSS selector tool in the Chrome browser. So here you can see that it is the number one and it's highest rated. You can anytime you can check out the reviews of users, and I would really request you and really recommend you to please add the review here. It will hardly take 5-10 seconds for you, and it will give me more power and more motivation to work hard for you guys, for the community. And with that, thank you so much, and feel free to reach out to me anytime, any of the social media, like here on LinkedIn you can reach out to me, here on Twitter you can reach out to me, Facebook, anywhere you can reach out to me, feel free. And there is a Slack channel, so you can join Slack, or anywhere you can reach out. With that, thank you so much, and keep sharing, keep learning. Thank you. Have a good day.